Stop there. Time for Tickety-Boo News before we go to Thanksgiving. Hey, let me play this one little clip of a comedian named Jim Jeffries. He's from Australia. He comes on and he makes jokes about Trump and anti-American jokes all the time. And then he announced that he's becoming an American citizen. Here's the clip.
I'm Jim Jeffries, and I'm about to become a United States citizen. Now, I know many of you are wondering, Jim, every Tuesday night you take a giant dump on America. Why would you want to become part of the problem? Well, it's for the same reason I date the women I date. You're large, you're fun, you're trashy, some parts of you are fake, and over 300 million people have been inside you. But deep down, I think there's something good in there.
All right, fair enough, and welcome to the country. I'm glad you're a citizen. You know, with Thanksgiving coming, I just want to talk for just a minute about the nature of gratitude, and it is one of the problems, one of the true problems I have with the left, is the lack of gratitude. There's nothing wrong with being culture critical. There's nothing wrong with being critical of your own country. We should all be a little critical of our country and try to make it better. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The absence of gratitude changes everything. You know, there's a review of Michelle Obama's. I was talking to Knowles about this. Michelle Obama, who I admire, you know, she worked herself up from a very modest beginnings, has good working class values, became First Lady of the United States. Her lack of gratitude is appalling. And somebody reviewing her book, Angie Thomas, the author of The Hate You Give, has a headline in Time magazine: Michelle Obama's Becoming is a book America needs from a woman it does not yet deserve. Let me tell you something, sister. This country not only deserves Michelle Obama, this country made Michelle Obama. There is no Michelle Obama without this country. If you don't start with gratitude, you do not know what you've got. You are living in seriously the greatest, freest country on earth. You're living in the center of freedom. You're living in the center of wisdom and prosperity, political wisdom and prosperity on earth. You lucked out. You won the lottery of life. And to know that and to wake up with that gratitude changes everything. Every day is a gift, and every day you're here is a gift with a ribbon on it. And that's why I look at people like Colin Kaepernick, the guy who started, the quarterback who started the kneeling thing, and he says, oh, I'm not going to kneel for the flag of a country that oppresses me. Listen, it's not like I feel like you fall into being a quarterback. I understand how hard people work to hone their talent. It's a beautiful thing. One of the reasons I love sports is I love watching young people who have taken the talent God gave them and made it into something fantastic. But listen, you're in a system that allowed you to do that too. You're in a system that rewards you copiously for doing it. A little bit of gratitude to the fans, to the flag you play under, a little bit of gratitude changes everything. I feel the same way about the feminists. I'm happy that women have more choices. I truly am. A little bit of gratitude to the men who built the world you live in, who gave you every piece of technology you have. Just a little bit of thank you, sir, for all the women you took care of all the times you brought home the bacon, of all the roofs you put over the heads of all the children. And now let me enjoy my rights. And maybe here's some criticism I have. It would change everything. It would change the entire dialogue. All these people who say, oh, the white men are obsolete because now more immigrants are coming in. How about starting with this? How about thank you, white men, for building this country that we all want to live in? How about thank you, white men, for creating a philosophy that includes us, that says, yeah, you can come in if you just adopt this philosophy of freedom. How about beginning there? How about thank you, Christianity, for creating the moral wisdom that I am using to protest the things that I don't like? If you just started there, the conversation between the right and the left would change utterly. The college students who protest, who are the luckiest kids on earth, who will probably live to be 150, who may end their careers on Mars, who are going to see things that I'll never live to see, that are so amazing and so beautiful. How about just a little bit of, hey, God, thanks for putting me here instead of the year 1200 where I'd be dead by 35. You know, it just changes everything. So in this Thanksgiving, how about starting with that? How about starting with that? That maybe your enemies are really your friends. Maybe the things you hate so much and criticize so much are things you should be grateful for. It's true on the right as well, but I think it would change the conversation entirely if we heard it a little bit from guys like Barack Obama instead of how full of hate and full of racism we are. How about thanks for elevating me, a black man without much experience to the highest office in the land? How about starting there and then saying, yes, and now I have some criticisms. Nothing wrong with criticizing your country. There's nothing wrong with being a strong proponent of your party. But how about beginning with thanks for the ability we have to do that, to have this fight, to move forward together as Americans? Have a beautiful Thanksgiving. It's going to be a long Klavanless weekend, but those of you who survive will be back here on Monday. I'm Andrew Klavan. This is The Andrew Klavan Show.